my name is Patty McGarrahan, and this is called The Mindz Eye, and I'm here with PJ from Saltitudes in Lincoln, Rhode Island, and I'm so glad that she's coming to play with me today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. So why don't you start by telling a little bit of the history on how you ended up forming and what the Himalayan Seasalt Cave is?
Sure. So a few years ago, I had brought my husband to a salt cave as a surprise for Valentine's Day. And we had no idea what to expect. But we got there and fell in love with the cave part of it. So we left there and immediately started planning on the way home. You know, we had all these visions in our head and decided that we were going to add a meditation to it for almost like an introduction to meditation for people that don't know what it is or are afraid of it. So we got my daughter on board, who has a recording studio, and she did all the meditations, and we started planning, and a year later we were up and running with a 45-minute session with meditation and halotherapy. So there's over 10 tons of Himalayan salt in the room. You sit back, you relax, there's a short meditation that plays, and then some music, and the whole time we have a halo generator that disperses salt into the air, so you're breathing that in and your body's absorbing it.
Yes.
It's very good for you.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you something, if you have teenagers that are a little off temperament and stuff like that, I've taken a couple of my grandkids there.
Great for teenagers.
It's great for teenagers too as well, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We have no age limits. We have babies that come in. We celebrated a 100th birthday in there.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful, yes. So, so explain a little bit what the generator is.
So the generator, it's called a halo generator, and what goes in is pharmaceutical grade salt, and it goes in looking almost like table salt, and then it gets ground up very fine into the air, and the generator itself disperses that right into the room, and you are able to inhale that. The particles are so small that it's an effortless inhalation, and that's what's helping to open up your airways, your lungs, your respiratory system. So it's very good for you.
And it is very relaxing, and your daughter does very good with the meditations.
She does.
Because I'm a little bit of a fuss budget with that because of what I do.
Me too, absolutely.
And she does an excellent job. And you have those beautiful, comfortable chairs.
Yep, so we have the zero gravity chairs in the room. And those are, you sit back, and they're designed to take all the pressure off your back. So when you're laying back and listening to that meditation, you're able to get into a nice deep state. We also have a recliner in the room for anybody that's not comfortable in a zero gravity chair.
And now there's something else with lights and stuff that go on too, correct?
So the walls have lights behind them, so it illuminates the beautiful pink salt and gives that room that nice little orange glow. And then we have some lights in the ceiling, so the center of the ceiling almost looks like a galaxy with the stars, and it's beautiful.
Yes, I could hang there without a problem. So now, what are some of the things that you have to go on inside the salt room?
So we do the 45-minute sessions. That's our basic salt therapy. And then we have different modalities that come in to do different things. We do some yoga in the cave, very gentle yoga, because you're on the salt floor, so it's a little uneven. We do Reiki in the cave. We do a lot of Reiki. We have reflexology. We do massages. And then we do some special classes and events in our gathering room as well.
Excellent, excellent. I know the special events in the gathering room. I come play with you sometimes, yes.
You do.
But one of the things that I have found is, have you had people that really notice that they feel a difference?
Oh, absolutely. We have people that come in with allergies all the time. They go in the cave, they do their session, and they come back once a week, once every 2 weeks, and some of them have completely stopped taking their allergy pills. And
incredible.
Because it's an immediate, it opens your sinuses, opens your respiratory system right up.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. And you also sell things?
We do. We have lamps, we have tarot decks, angel cards, some jewelry, just a variety, incense, stuff like that, candles.
Yeah. And like I said, if anybody gets a chance, they should go down there because it is beautiful. And as I said,
Thank you.
I've even had cranky cranky teenagers that have
teenagers.
enjoyed it and really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And got them in there, and then we spent the rest of the afternoon, and it was very
Just kinda
zen,
hanging out and
very
relaxing.
zen. So now, just kind of explain, like when you go in there, you take off your shoes, right?
Yep, so we have a place where you can put your shoes. We do require white socks for the salt floor, and that's just for the preservation of
And I
it.
always forget mine.
That's why we have a pair in the closet for you.
Yep. Yep.
But the white socks are for the preservation of the salt floor. So you walk in, and it's kind of like walking on a rocky beach, a little massage for your feet. But that's the only thing we do require. Everything else is just dress comfortably and come ready to relax.
And now, do you have groups come or individuals, or
We
a little
do.
bit of both?
So since COVID, we stopped putting strangers together in the cave. So now it's just, you can come yourself, you can come with your own private group. We're trying to limit it to about 8 people right now. We can fit a few more, but just to keep everybody with a little bit of space.
Yeah, I'm doing the same
So,
thing at my
yeah,
place.
yeah.
A little limitations.
So we never went back to putting strangers together. So it's still private sessions for everybody.
Excellent, excellent. And because I've been there and I've worked in the back room too, and I've seen how happy the people are that come out of there.
Yeah.
It's for sure. And it is that orangey pink Himalayan sea salt that you see
Yep.
when you come in.
Yep, so there's over 10 tons of Himalayan salt in that room. So besides the halotherapy itself, besides the meditation, you're getting that enormous glow.
I really want one of those rooms. I want one of those rooms so
Me too,
bad.
just put it in your basement because it's very heavy.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. The first time I went there, I was sitting there trying to figure out, like, where can I put it? What can I do? But it's because it is fabulous.
It was amazing to watch them build. It was just piece by piece, almost like putting a rock wall together. And then the ceiling itself was just hand done, one at a time with the stalactites, and it was amazing.
So explain to them
watch.
what stalactites are. I know what they are, but some people don't.
So in a cave, you have the points that come down, and our cave is mimicked to look like a cave. So each stalactite or each point was pulled down one by one, and each one has a little light in the end of it. So.
It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I can testify to that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So as I said, I've been dreaming of one myself ever since. So now, again, some of the other things that you do at your place. It's now inside the cave. Do you ever do readings inside the cave?
We do tarot readings, we do oracle readings, angel cards. They're normally set up as events where people would make an appointment and we would have them come in one at a time. You can also do it with a group as well. We bring different practitioners in to do each of the events normally, whether it's in the cave or in the gathering space.
Excellent, excellent. And I'm trying to think of a couple other things that I've heard that you've done in there that I haven't been to, that have done in the cave.
Oh, let's see. We've hosted birthday parties. We had a wedding. That was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oops, I keep hitting my microwave. The microphone, they're getting ready to shoot me.
So we did have a wedding in there.
Oh, describe the wedding. Like, how many people did they have?
It was very small.
Okay.
A very small wedding, just the justice of the peace, the 2 individuals getting married, and the 2 witnesses.
2 witnesses?
Yeah. And they allowed us to watch, which was great.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. The pictures. Did you get to see the pictures
were amazing.
afterwards?
We took the pictures.
Oh, you took the
them for 'em.
pictures. Oh my God, that must have been absolutely amazing.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
Yes. And just describe some of the other things that you went. I actually took a granddaughter for henna classes.
Right,
not
so
that
in the
long
gathering
ago.
space, we do henna classes. One of the other things we do in the cave is belly dancing, which is a lot of fun.
I would fall on my face on the rocks.
We put yoga mats down.
Oh, okay.
So it's more even, and it's very gentle.
Very gentle, okay.
Very gentle, but
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun, huh?
So in the gathering room, we do henna, we do paint nights, we do craft classes, we have,
This fabulous medium that comes.
this fabulous medium that comes. Her name's Patty McGarrihan.
Nice.
She's great, and you always sell out. Everybody loves you. and we do, I'm just trying to think. Well, wellness classes, informational classes.
And you do things with children too, I noticed.
We do.
I noticed because I've been watching the events with her coming here. I've been watching the events even more.
So we do a kids yoga class once a month.
I think that's beautiful.
Which is great, and that's with Christine, and she's amazing with the kids. And not only are they getting the benefits of the yoga, but they're also getting the benefits of the salt therapy as well.
Excellent, excellent. And do you do bowls in there too?
We do sound journeys, which include singing bowls and drums and chimes and gongs, and that's amazing. That's you sit back in one of those zero gravity chairs and you just let that music surround you and let that energy move right through you.
Yeah,
that's a great event.
And about how long is that you're in the cave for? For one of those?
For the sound journeys,
Yeah.
it's usually 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, we do have a couple of practitioners that come in that do longer events in there with the sound, and they use didgeridoos and guitars, and I mean they're the full package.
Yeah,
that's about a 2-hour event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the didgeridoo.
Yeah.
It's just something about that hits that center chakra for me.
I'm a drum girl.
Oh, I love the drums too, but I love everything is my problem.
Yes.
I love everything.
Yeah.
But the didgeridoo, I went to a show on stage with like John Holland and stuff, and he had one of those players go, and I fell in love with it.
Oh.
And I've been in love with it ever since. Yeah, that
awesome.
sounds so. Next time they come, you're going to have to send me a little message
coming.
so I can listen to it. And as I said, it can have all the other instruments too, because I love everything, so. But yeah, I'll have to make sure that I partake in that event at some point.
We have a dream class that's going on the schedule soon. We do something called massage and meditate.
Explain the dream class a little bit.
Well, this will be our first time hosting it.
Okay.
It's with David Barr. Can I say that? I didn't know.
I don't know. So you can say it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I could name names. He teaches at different places throughout Rhode Island, and he comes in and does dream workshops. And there's a couple different ones that he does, but I think the one that we're going to be doing first is like the introduction to dream. So it kind of just goes through the basics of
trying to understand your dreams.
Yep. How to, almost regulate what you're dreaming about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because I'm good at most of this stuff that I try. I have an but the dream interpretation, wow, it's not
your thing.
I have a hard time with it. The fact that some stuff is backwards to what you see, and some stuff is the right way. It's like death usually means birth of a baby, stuff like that, and then something else is actually what you see. Yeah. It throws me for a loop because it's just, I'm better off just using my psychic and stuff and figuring it out.
Well, I'm one of those, I wake up at 3 a.m. and I am writing in my journal next to my bed the crazy dreams that I have, so trying to figure those out will be fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, I just wanted to let you know, this is PJ from Saltitudes, and it's one of my favorite places to go. I do most of my stuff within my own place because I have the ability to do that, but I love to go to your place, and I just love it there. I love the energy there, and I love hanging with you guys.
We love having you.
Yeah, and I love your daughter. I love the other employee there. It's just the energy is absolutely fantastic in there. So if you ever find yourself stressed and uptight, then just so that you know, that's the place to go, because you'll feel fantastic in a very short while. And even in the back room, the women that go back there to sit for a while, like if they're waiting or whatever, you have the cards out so that they can work with the cards. Sure. And quiet chit chat that's really amazing. The whole place is like you're at a homey place that you can just kind of hang out and feel good.
We have coffee and tea, water and snacks back there. We have building blocks and adult coloring books and cards to read, and just a bunch of stuff that just so you're not being rushed right back out the door.
Absolutely.
We want you to enjoy your experience.
And it's like when you're doing hypnosis or any of that kind of stuff, it's very important to have your people grounded before they go back out.
Absolutely.
And that's why I always tell people, like if I'm doing a hypnosis session, well, they'll say, how long is it? And I'll say, well, it's 15 minutes after we're done.
Right.
Because I got to make sure you're standing on both feet before I send you in a car
Right,
on the highway,
exactly.
right? Yeah. So I just wanted to go over again the actual cave thing, because just to understand some of the stuff. So I should have had you bring a picture. I should have had you bring a picture so that they could understand. But it's all that orangey Himalayan, like the Seasalt lamps.
Correct.
That's what you see all in the building.
Correct.
And then, like you said, you get the lights going off of that.
Yeah.
It almost looks like constellation-y, like you're looking at the midnight sky.
Yeah.
And then, what is it? Almost like a fireplace type of thing? What's it?
We have a, so in my vision, we had a fireplace in the room, but you can't obviously do that. So we built a faux fireplace and put Himalayan lamps in it to light them up so that it looks like a fireplace.
It's gorgeous.
And it's funny because people will go in and say, oh, I want to sit by the fireplace. So that's my favorite spot.
That's a beautiful, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I figured it wasn't fire.
Yeah.
But I was unaware that you put Himalayans.
Yeah, they're just salt lamps that are lit up that look like fire.
Okay. And your daughter, so she uses her recording studio and does the meditation you were talking about. Now, does she do meditations at all, like groups or anything in there? Because she is fabulous.
She does, actually. When we do our salt, sound, and Reiki journeys, or salt and sound, she does an in-person guided meditation. And we also have several meditations to choose from. We have one basic one that we play for everybody, but then if you have a request, we do have several different meditations that we can play.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We do a lot of chakra work and energy work. And
you can tell when you walk in the door. You can tell 3 seconds after you walk in the door that the energy in there, you keep it really good too.
Yeah.
Just get the couches in the front while you're waiting. It's absolutely
that's the
beautiful.
selenite all around the door. That just keeps all the bad stuff out.
So what is it? Say that again?
I said that's the selenite all around the doorways. That just keeps all the bad energy out.
Good job. Yeah. Good job. Yes. So like I said, I totally enjoy it. And I said I brought 2 17-year-old granddaughters that don't usually like hanging with grandma that much at this particular junction, do you know what I mean? That will go there with me anytime because it's just so fabulous. And as I said, the henna class, she so enjoyed it.
Holly's amazing.
Yeah, so she so enjoyed it. You bring in absolutely fantastic practitioners.
Thank you.
And such nice different stuff. Yeah. Explain to me a little bit. I did notice that you did have like the chakra classes. Mm-hmm. Explain to me a little bit what those are.
So we do a couple different chakra classes, but the one that we had running recently was a series chakra class. Class went through
different colors,
one chakra with the colors and what they mean and how to get them in balance and what you can do and that was with Madeline, and that was a really good, a good series class.
Excellent. So you did one of the chakras each week. Each week. Yeah. And about how long does that run?
That's about an hour and a half or so. Mm-hmm. Starts off in the gathering room with a little of informational stuff and ends in the cave with a meditation based on that chakra.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And there's another chakra class too you mentioned?
Yep, so we do like an introduction to chakras, which just is a basic or general overview of what your chakras are and the colors that are associated with them.
I love that because I find that so important. I can do a psychic detective class, and at the beginning of it, I do a chakra clearing. I can do like almost any class.
Absolutely.
Because I think it's so important when you do this work.
Absolutely important to clear the chakras first. Definitely.
Yes, without a doubt. In fact, I think some of the people that come to like everything I do at some point must sit there and say, are we doing it again? Yeah. You know what I mean? I do development circle. There's a chakra clearing. I do it with everything. Yeah. Because I think it's so important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
To get you in the right state of mind, the right.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So one of the other things that I wanted to ask you is, I'm trying to think of some of the other things because, as I said, I've been looking at them, and now the brain, I'm all excited about what we're talking about, so I'm all over the board. So Reiki in there. So how long are those sessions?
Usually 45 minutes. It's usually done during a standard session or with one of the salt and sound journeys.
Okay.
but it can be done with a single person. It can be done with a group. So
Now, do you bring
depending-
Reiki tables in there?
We do have Reiki tables that we can bring in, but to be honest, most people prefer it right in the zero gravity chairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they have the Reiki on the front then?
Yep, so they have Reiki, yep, and we do most of the work from behind and on the sides.
Oh, okay. So
Yep,
behind
we
and
don't
on the
worry
side.
about them flipping over.
Flip, you don't flip them?
We don't flip them.
You don't flip them in the
But
cave?
they're more comfortable than, I think a lot of people are intimidated by the beds.
Yep.
They just don't want to get on them.
Well, and the beds on the rocks might be just a little bit of movement that might be a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, some of us would enjoy it, and some of us would be a little
Right.
freaked out by it. So, I'm just trying to think of some of the other classes to talk about.
Sure.
Because you do so much up
We
there.
do.
So much up there. So there's also, you do the sound. We talked about the sound, the chakras, the meditations, the Reiki. You do some other artwork stuff.
We
correct?
do. We do some craft classes. So paint nights. We have a screen painting class coming up. We have.
Talk about in detail about some of those, because I see the pictures and I love it.
So the screen painting class is literally done on a screen, like a window screen, and it's just a different format
yeah.
to a regular painting. So that one's pretty cool. That's with Kathy. We've done birdhouse paintings.
Oh, nice.
We've done. I'm trying to think of some of the
Do
other
you get
stuff
any
that's
ideas from
coming up.
hubby?
For what?
From husband?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
always thinking.
Yeah.
Always thinking.
Because her husband's an artist, so that's why they're coming up with all this cool stuff.
We have a shadow box class coming up with a beach scene.
Okay.
So you get to pick and choose your own things to
No,
put in
the
your
shadow box, so it's like indented?
Yep, so it's a square and then you put stuff in the box and the piece of glass covers it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what are you painting, actually? The whole
so
thing?
So behind the glass, there's a canvas. So you paint the canvas, and then you're actually putting sand and like beach sand and shells and
Oh, nice.
a little driftwood and piece of rope, but it's your own design.
It's your own design.
But it
Oh,
doesn't fall out because the glass holds everything in.
glass holds everything in.
So that's kind of
And about how long are those classes?
This is usually about 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It would take me about 3 days to do that. Just thinking. So how do you draw or paint on a screen? I'm intrigued by that.
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I didn't take the class. I'm here with you.
Yeah, the class is tonight. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
The class is tonight.
Yep.
So I was just wondering how the heck.
But she sent over all of her pictures, and they looked
Now,
so
the holes
cool.
filled, or is it just the paint is on
So the holes don't get filled, but you're actually painting on the screen. So the holes are still there, but the whole outline is there, and you can see the whole picture. It's
That's incredible.
It's
I gotta
crazy
see
beautiful.
what that is. Make sure you post some of
Oh, I will,
those
absolutely.
pictures on there, because that's very exciting to me.
definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, the things that.
I know. So Kathy comes in and does a lot of classes. She's very artistic. She comes up with some crazy ideas, and we just run with them because she's great.
She's good at what she does.
great at what she does.
Absolutely good at what she does.
Yeah.
So, as I said, again, I'm just bringing up again, Saltitudes. Now, how could they get a hold of you? Would it be easier through the website, through phone number,
So
Facebook?
we do have a Facebook page. They have all our events right on there. They can contact us through messaging on Facebook. Our email is saltituderi@gmail.com. Our phone number, can I say that?
Yeah, go
is
ahead.
401-359-7937. So you're welcome to email, you're welcome to call, you're welcome to
And
text.
tell us where you're located.
Oh, we're at 204 Front Street in Lincoln, Rhode Island.
And even I don't get lost getting there anymore, which is
Right off
really
the
good.
highway.
It's right off the
Right off the
highway.
highway, down
So
the
it's
street.
easy peasy to get to.
Yeah.
And it's so nice over there too, because you're right, with the grandchildren, we've done a nail time and done that, and then go get a pizza, or you know what I mean, or something like that.
tacos
So
next
there's
door.
tacos next door. So it's the location is really a beautiful location in that
Thank you.
plaza as well.
Yeah,
So
it's a nice area.
yeah, it is a really nice area. Even the drive coming off the highway is just absolutely.
You go right by Lincoln Woods, you go right by the Hocus Pocus site.
Yep, absolutely. You go right through,
Yeah.
and it's extremely beautiful. beautiful.
Thank you.
So if anybody is interested, contact her, because I got to tell you, the Seasalt Cave is something that it's going to do you good.
Yeah.
It's going to do you good.
It's very hard to describe to people, especially even showing pictures. It's very hard to describe until you experience it.
Absolutely. And I wasn't sure of it, because there's other things that have come out that have not been my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't sure. And when I went there, I was absolutely thrilled. I had somebody that had been there just mentioned it in one of my classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I have to investigate everything. And it was absolutely beautiful. And like I said, if I could build one in my house, I wouldn't have meant it. So it's pretty terrific. I'm trying to think of, there was something else I wanted to bring up today, and it's driving me nuts that I can't think of what it is. I hate when that happens. So we talked about the Reiki sessions pretty well. Now, as far as tarot readings and stuff, are they done in the cave or in the back room? I was just curious.
Normally they are done in the cave. We have had events in the back room as well. It just depends on where you want it.
And the number of people.
The number of people that are
the
coming.
number of people involved.
Yeah.
Do they find the ones that when readings are done in the cave, does it come out different or feel different? Or?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What is that, much more positive?
Much more positive and much more powerful when it's from the cave. Yep. The energy in the room is just, you can't even describe it. You
Because
just
my
have
daughter's
to-
done them in the cave.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
And she thought a lot of it. Yeah.
It's
So,
just very, very powerful.
because you're having all that positive energy being streamed in.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where every once in a while I go to read a client and I have to stop them and do a chakra and ask them permission to do a chakra clearing. And I have to tell them it's not going to take from their time for the reading, because they get,
Sure.
you know what I mean? And do that and send them so that they've got much better, much more positive
much
energy.
more open and more positive.
Absolutely. So that way you don't have the one sitting there like that
Right,
trying,
exactly.
trying to do it. So
It's also a very personal experience, especially in the cave when you're doing readings, because you're in an enclosed room. It's just the two of you in there doing the reading, and because the vibrations are so high and the energy is so good, it's just definitely
it does. It's a place of peace.
yeah.
So I could see where that would make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want one in the cave. So even though I love the back room too,
Yep.
because every time you go
You're
there.
welcome to do them in the cave anytime.
Yeah, I pace sometimes though, when I'm a klutz, and I'm afraid I'm going to land in somebody's lap if I did it in the cave, because I just get that little klutzy side to me. But the artwork I wanted to go into, there's another thing of artwork besides that with painting that you do. Is it like a meditative painting?
We've done something called Sip and Script.
Ooh, tell me.
So that is, you're actually learning how to script write, which is very popular, but no longer taught in schools. So it's a very creative cursive writing. So that's pretty, calligraphy almost.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love calligraphy. I have
too.
since I was a kid.
Me too. So we do that. We do, what was it that you mentioned?
Oh, just the different
The
art
different-
things, the different art things. It's one of those things where next time that you come, I'm going to make sure that I write a list, and I'll hide the list.
I should have
behind
brought
here.
my list in front of me. too.
Yes, because there's just so much that you do. I get excited when I get the message, Saltitudes has put up 3 more events, and I can't wait to go check them out and see what
Yeah.
you got. Unfortunately, the same thing that you have with coming to my place. Sometimes we're so busy we can't
Exactly.
even get it. So I had to lock her into here ahead of time, because I
It
was
was my
dying to have you
pleasure.
come and talk about it.
I
We
appreciate
have
you having
clients
me.
that are constantly going back and forth.
Oh, absolutely.
So again, mention Saltitudes on the Facebook page.
And it is Saltitude Himalayan Salt Cave for Facebook.
Okay, and your address again.
204 Front Street, Lincoln, Rhode Island.
And I'm telling you right now, you would not be sorry going here. It's one of the most fabulous places.
Well, thank
and
you.
PJ, your energy is absolutely terrific.
Aw, thank
I could bottle your energy and take it home with me sometimes
Thank you,
when
I
it's going
appreciate
through. So, I thank you so much for coming here today.
I thank you
I
for
made her a
having
little
me.
I made her a little nervous.
I
and
am
she
a
did-
little nervous. I don't
and-
like
and she-
cameras, but
and she doesn't like cameras, but she'd do it for me because we're buds, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
Absolutely.
forward to it. I can't wait to see it, the finished product.
Thank you.
Yes. So.